So today we are going to discuss about the Spencer technique of shoulder joint. So introduction of the Spencer technique. It's a 7 stages technique, that is flexion, extension, abduction, external rotation, internal rotation, circumduction and traction or the compression. 7 repetition for each stage could be used as an articulatory technique or accompanied with the muscle energy technique. You may also add compression or traction to any stage. Now what is the introduction of the Spencer technique? Useful for shoulder conditions while the motions are restricted in 3 planes: horizontal, frontal and sagittal planes, especially in case of shoulder adhesive capsulitis. Spencer technique and MET. The combination between MET and Spencer technique enhance the treatment session for the patient with frozen shoulder and decrease the functional disability in their daily activities. Spencer technique stages are extension, flexion, circumduction with compression, circumduction with distraction, abduction, adduction, internal rotation and the traction stretch. So first stage is flexion. First is the extension of the shoulder. In this, the patient is lateral recommended the entire procedure. The patient is in the sideline position. Cephalic hand, that is upper hand. Cephalic hand stabilize the shoulder girdle, pushes down the scapula and the clavicle to allow for glenohumeral motion. Caudal hand, that is the hand which hold your elbow. Caudal hand moves the humerus into extension because the first step is extension. After that, move the upper limb into extension until you feel the barrier. You feel the end range of motion. If there is a restrictive barrier, perform MET to treat the somatic dysfunction. Force is caudal to stabilize, as you can see in the image. Force is caudal force, that is the hand which holds the elbow. Force is caudal to stabilize the shoulder. There should be no movement of the clavicle and the scapula during the entire procedure. Only glenohumeral motion is needed. In first stage, how to perform MET, muscle energy technique. With the performing limb, caudal hand physician hold the humerus at the extension barrier. Ask the patient to push, moving into flexion. Ask the patient to push into flexion away from the restrictive barrier. Allow the patient to contract for 3 to 5 seconds. Ask the patient to stop the muscle effort. Pause for 1 second. Move the humerus further in the direction of the new restrictive barrier. You can go for the extension. Ask the patient to go for the extension. Repeat 3 to 5 times or until the restrictive barrier is eliminated or significantly improved. So this is all about the extension. First stage of the Spencer techniques, that is extension. Next, second stage is flexion. Again, cephalic and caudal hand. Cephalic hand hold the scapula and the clavicle and the caudal hand move the humerus into flexion until the barrier is met. Scapula and the clavicle is stabilized, as I told you. If there is a restrictive barrier, perform the MET. Third is circumduction with compression. Humerus is abducted, elbow is in flexion, compression the humerus into the glenoid. As you can see in the image, humerus is compressed down, the shoulder is stabilized, the caudal pressure is given to the scapula. Move the humerus in circular motions, first in one direction then the other. You can move the humerus. Start with small circle. If you feel the barrier is resolved, you can go for the larger ones also. In this, next one is the traction force. As I told you earlier, circumduction with compression. Next stage is circumduction with distraction. Bend the patient's elbow and apply a gentle traction away from the glenoid. With the traction, make the circular motions first in one direction, then the other. Start with small circles and progress to the larger ones. Now, this you can do. This is the next one is the variation in this distraction also. If you want to go for the long lever arm, elbow can be extended. Distraction is achieved by the pulling on the wrist. You can see in the image. In this position, slowly move the humerus in circular motion, first in the one direction, then other. Start with the small circle and progress to the larger ones. Same contact as flexion and extension step. You can follow the extension and flexion steps. Move the humerus into full abduction until the barrier is felt, because next step is abduction. If there is a restrictive barrier, perform MET. Abduction. Now next one is adduction with external rotation. You can see in this image, adduction with external rotation. Same contact as flexion and extension step. Caudal and the cephalic hand. Move the humerus into adduction. With the adduction, there will be some external rotation also happen. Stop when the barrier is felt. If there is a restrictive barrier, you can perform the MET. Another step is the internal rotation, that is most important stage in the adhesive capsulitis or the frozen shoulder, because the most common range of motion is delayed is the internal rotation. Place the patient dorsum hand on the patient's back to create the internal rotations. Pull the elbow, creating an internal rotation of the humerus, and caudal hand is stabilizing the scapula. Slowly pull on the elbow to increase the amount of internal rotation. If there is a restrictive barrier, perform the MET. There is a very sensitive positions for many patients. We can go further for the variations and the modification. Ask the patient to put their hand behind their back. Simple place the hand on the ilium. You can see in this image also. The last one is the traction stretch. Patient arm is resting on your shoulder. Contact the proximal humerus. You can palpate the proximal humerus with the pad of your fingertips, grasping the arm. Layer palpated to the glenohumeral joint. Applied longitudinal traction, pumping motion repetitively. So this is all about the Spencer techniques. Thank you.